Hey guys, it's Dr. Carla here. So many of you guys ask, well, I kind of know what to eat, but when should I eat it? So we're going to talk a little bit about food timing. Now let me first start out with, this is not for people who deal with blood sugar problems in general. Go back to the 816 blog post I did a few months back, but that is more about eating for 8 hours, fasting for 16, so your blood glucose and insulin levels can get back down to a lower level. This is more for talking about performance. So, second thing, there is no exact right timing for every person. So what I write in a nutrition plan for one person may be slightly off than what I write in a nutrition plan for other people. Some people do better with higher fats, proteins. Some people do better with a higher carbohydrate diet. So let me just state that everybody I work with is different. And if I follow people for a 6-month plan and I write their nutrition for all 6 months, guess what? It changes based upon your needs and what you tell me. So moods, sleep patterns, bowel patterns, they all play a part. But let's just say generally speaking. If you work out in the early a.m., so some of you guys can eat before you come here, and some of you have to eat after, okay? If you can get a little in, great. If you can't, take like 1/3 of your shake and try and get somewhere between 50 and 100 calories worth of carbohydrates, before you work out. If you can't, the bulk of your carbohydrates, if you work out in the early morning, your bulk of your carbs are gonna be in your breakfast. So good for you guys who like having like a lot of fruit or oatmeal or things at your breakfast. This doesn't mean carbs like donuts and pastries and all those crappy things, okay? We still have to eat good food if we want the right outcome. If you work out midday, well, guess what? You're gonna start out your breakfast and you're mostly gonna have protein and fat. Your second meal of the day, you're going to have a balance between carbs, protein, and fat. You'll have your post-recovery shake and about 20 to 60 grams of carbs, depending upon the person, okay? And then you'll have one more meal that's fairly even, and then you're going to finish out your day with mostly protein and fat. Okay, whereas these guys, they're going to have carbs in the morning. They're going to have carbs, more carbs. You're always going to have protein and less fat in the morning. As you go throughout your day, you'll end up in your evening 2 meals with mostly protein and fat. And know when I say protein and fat, you're still getting your vegetables in, you're just not having a starchy carb, okay? So early a.m., you're going to have 1/3 of your shake before, have 2/3 after, with about 100 calories of some sort of carbohydrate if you can. Most of your carbs are going to be for breakfast. You're still going to have your proteins, okay? You don't get to lose those. And then you're going to go to your midday meals of carbs, mostly carbs with protein and fat. Your 2 later meals are going to be mostly proteins and fats with your veggies. Midday, you're going to wake up and you're going to do proteins and fats mostly for breakfast, even keel mid-morning, shake with about 20 to 60 grams of carbs after, depending upon the person, even keel after fats and proteins at night. Okay, if you work out at night, this is where it gets tricky. Not really. All right, so you work out in the PM. Your breakfast is going to be fat, protein. If you sit at a desk, no carbs. Okay? I would suggest most people have no carbs. Say you're a nurse, construction, you're going to want at least 20 grams of carbs, simply because you move all day long. Your second meal of the day, mostly going to be fats, proteins, some carbs, not many. Third meal of the day, which is generally lunch, even keel. Fourth meal, now you can start having more carbs because you're going to work out right after. And then you're going to still have your proteins and your fats. After your post-workout, you're going to do your post-workout shake and your carbs. And then at dinner, you can still have carbs, yay, with protein and fat. So notice that my protein is staying consistent throughout my day. My carbs shift based upon when I work out. So generally speaking, that's how people do the best with different metabolisms. But if you're finding you have significant like mood lulls or fatigue lulls throughout your day, that's probably a time when you want to come meet with somebody so you can get on a plan that best suits you. So just a little bit about food timing.